did you see in the Rams first meeting that stood out and things you might have to adjust to?
Rams did a nice job. That was Harrison Mevis was kicking off, so there's some changes now. They've been kicking with their punter, Ethan Evans, here recently. They changed special teams coaches since then. Chase Blackburn was the coordinator at the time. They've moved to Ben Kotwika, the assistant. I believe they've added another person as well. So there's been some small changes in that way. Jordan Whittington was a fantastic returner, was up in that game. We'll check his availability for this game going forward. But the Rams have a nice program. They kick off incredibly well. They're number one in the NFL in kickoffs that are returned as far as a coverage team, so we have to deal with that for sure. And they did a nice job in the return game against us for most of that game as well. You don't see the punter that much based on the offense that they have, so he makes just kind of guest appearances only. And then Harrison has done a really nice job kicking field goals so far. You saw in the Monday night Falcons game, they blocked a field goal as well. Jared Verse and ran that in. That was a huge play in that game. So they create some issues on each phase that we have to deal with.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Sure.
Tracy.
Matt Kay, followed by Cass.
Tracy, when Cam Jackson blocks a kick on or a field goal, in obviously he's gotten time because you've had injuries and stuff like that. But when he blocks a field goal, how much do you have to kind of pound the table for a guy when he has the ability to do that? We know how important taking away 1 or 3 points is.
So the defense has full autonomy in the D-line choice. The 5 guys they bring to the game is completely up to them. That is a skill that Cam has. Showed that in the preseason, showed that in college. Love to have him as part of the field goal block team when he's up. So we've been kind of waiting on his development as a defensive lineman to give him those opportunities. But that's your field goal block team lives and dies by who shows up at the game and what type of defense you are. It kind of matches your aggressiveness, your style of defense. Your field goal block team always kind of has the same personality. So it's great to see Cam up for the game and see him playing well on defense so that we can also use him that way. Derek Brown's a great guy to have on the field goal block team because of his every single play effort. So he always gets the guys going. So it's nice to have him this year as opposed to a year ago. So we try to use whatever talents we have for the game. But to answer the original question, I don't have a choice in that we show up with whoever we have.
Okay. Well, punter-wise, you only have one choice.
That's the one.
He's been a pretty good one. What has made Sam so effective this year and just throughout his career?
Sam's experience that you hinted on helps. He's been in all these situations before. He's unflappable in that way. He was just a punter in Buffalo. It doesn't get any harder than that, so he has the relief of not being in Buffalo most weekends when the weather is challenging. And he's done a really nice job. He's finished the season incredibly well. He bonded with the guys, and they've taken to him, and he's kicked the ball well. It's kind of that. How well do you kick the ball? He has really good hands. He has a powerful leg. All that stuff helps. He's been great for Ryan and JJ as well. So nothing but praise for Sam here as we finish out.
Hey, Tracy.
Hi, Cass.
Back to the field goal blocks. Like, as you mentioned, Jared Verse had 1 blocked versus the Falcons 2. Like, what did they do on that one that you kind of have to be on the lookout for? And then on your side as well, like, what went well on Cam's? Did Shaw kind of push McLaughlin into a weird angle that helped Cam, or was that just from our angle?
So those 2 blocks you're talking about, the Rams block and ours, are different styles. Jared Verse was a swim in the C gap. He's extremely athletic. You have to be aware of him going straight forward and around you because he has both abilities. So his was that kind of play. His was a misdirection style block. Cam is a giant person, and he got in front of the ball with effort and extreme reach that he owns. So he put his hand up, and it happened to be in the right place. Shaw has pressured the kickers throughout the year. He keeps their operation on time, if not a little faster than they want to go, because he has demonstrated that each kick, every game, he's going to be there. So they are always aware of him. So not so much touching the ball on that particular one, but he keeps the kicks fast as far as their timing and straight in the middle. Walked right into Cam's hand on that particular one.
Awesome. Thank you.
Go with Alex Zitlow, followed by David Newton.
What's up, Tracy?
Hey, Alex.
I wanted to ask you about the the team the team's willingness and enjoyment of going for it on fourth down this year. We asked Brad Idzik, obviously the Panthers go for it on fourth down more than any other playoff team, second most in the league by the end of the regular season. We asked Brad how that impacts his job from a offensive play designing standpoint, and he said it just makes his job more fun. And I'm curious, how does the Panthers' tendencies to go for it on fourth down impact your job?
Did Brad mention that he was having fun when they made the fourth downs, or just in general, he just loves it?
Yeah, he likes it a lot because y'all have had a really good success rate as well.
Yeah, I like it when it goes well. Also, that's really the biggest factor in that is we've been in competitive games throughout the season, so that's where you're at. We haven't outside of one early, we haven't been in a giant hold the lead kind of situation. So we're always striving for. It seems like we always need one extra yard there. So I've been pleased with the offense going for it. We're available at all times to punt or kick a field goal there, but it's all been like midfield decision making where the offense has benefited from their aggression. So I'm all for that. Every time they go for it and make it, I'm into it. Every time we don't make it, it's like, oh, you know what we should have done? I'm just like everybody else watching it. It's one of those things. But it affects the special teams and just your readiness. You have to be prepared for each situation. We've had fewer midfield punts. We don't have as much work on that particular part of the game because we haven't gone as many times. Even last week, we went and tried to get an offsides penalty and ended up backed up a little bit for our midfield punt. So we're just kind of have to stay on alert in the process because when Dave waves us off, it's time to go.
Awesome, thanks.
Sure.
Hey, Tracy, me again. Wanted to ask David Orr. Looks like he could play this week, so he did have a role in special teams before the elbow injury. What do you foresee? Do you foresee him having a role again this week?
I love to have David active for the games because of the value he brings on all phases. He's useful in coverage and blocking. He's a really good punt catcher. He can return kickoffs. There's so many ways that he can fit in based on his offensive role. So really excited. David had a long pathway to come back from that dislocated elbow, and really happy for him and happy for us to have him available again.
Was to have him for special teams part of the decision to go ahead and bring him back?
Any receiver who's not out there on the first play of the game, special teams is a part of their role, so we have to know what's going on for that. David is valuable in that area, so that his determination always has a little bit of fourth down value in it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Tracy, do you have any good Nick Scott stories or anecdotes just to kind of get to know who he is a little bit better?
Nick is the spirit of the team in a lot of ways. He's very energetic, gets the guys going, loves to be in any type of leadership role, and brings his happiness to that situation. Love to have him on special teams when he has a bigger role for us, and when he doesn't. When it pops back up, you can always tell, like, okay, Nick's involved this week because he's popping around and he's getting the guys going. He's just shown leadership qualities and the consistency of the effort and enthusiasm he brings week to week, and it's infectious in a way that there's other guys like, okay, let's get going. Also, Nick's showing up again, that kind of thing. So happy to have him around in any capacity that we can use him.